Good morning, cadets. Today again we'll do one more assignment to convert the BCD number into its equivalent hex number. Now we have taken number 23, which is in BCD form. It needs to be converted to its equivalent hex number. So this was the problem. The number was located in memory location 0050 and the answer is to be stored at memory location 0051. Now the logic is like this. The number 23 needs to be separated into two nibbles, something called as upper nibble and lower nibble. Upper nibble is number 2, lower nibble is number 3. Now the number 10, which is nothing but 0a, needs to be added that many times the number found in upper nibble. So here the 10 will be added twice and to the result 3 will be added. So this is the logic and this is the program. The intention of doing this program is that we will learn couple of logical instructions and we will learn instruction called as RRC. Right? So the first instruction LXIH 0050 will point towards a memory location where the number is stored. We'll store the number 23 into the memory location. By the next instruction move m comma MVI m comma 23. Number 23 will be stored into memory location. Next instruction move a comma m will get the number from memory into accumulator. The next instruction move CPI. The next instruction CPI 0A. Now here we are comparing if the number is less than 10. If the number is less than 10, there is no need of any conversion. Whatever is the input number is straight away is the result. So that comparison is done over here. If the number is actually less than 10, the carry flag will be set and the conversion routine will not be executed and the program will straight away jump to the memory location marked as out. So the program will be out of the conversion routine, it will straight away come over here. But if the number in accumulator is more than, if the number is accumulator in more is more than number 10, the conversion routine will take place and which is like this ANI 0F. So this is equivalent of 0F. When we do ANI, it will do something called as a bit by bit ANDing operation. This was the original number, which is 23. It will be ANDed with number like this, a bit by bit ANDing. You can visualize that because of this 0, the upper neighbor will become 0, and because of all these ones, the lower neighbor will become equal to 3. Right? So therefore, the lower neighbor will be separated, which is equal to 3, and that result will be stored into the register C. So this is what will happen because of this ANI instruction. Remember that this ANI or all the logical instructions, they operate on bit by bit manner. Again we are taking the number back to the accumulator. Into the accumulator we will logically AND this with F0. So when this F0 will take place, we will be able to separate the upper nibble. So the result of the accumulator will be something like 20. Now we want to have the result to be equal to 02. So this 20, this 2 needs to be shifted to the lower nibble position. So for that we use the instruction called as RRC. How this instruction functions we will see through the simulator. So 4 times this RRC will switch the 0 to the upper nibble position and 2 to the lower nibble position. So now we have successfully separated the two nibbles. Lower nibble we have moved to register C. Upper nibble is in accumulator, which will move to register B. XRA A. This is another way in which the accumulator can be cleared. Another two way of clearing accumulators are respectively MVI A, 00, accumulator contents will be loaded with 00, or sub A, contents of accumulator are subtracted from the accumulator itself. So these are the three different ways in which the accumulator can be cleared. Now here is the loop in which we add the number 10 that many times the number found in the upper nibble position. Right? So here the upper nibble was having 2, so therefore this loop will be executed once. So ADI 0A, so first the accumulator will be added with 0A, that is 10. Decrement B which was having value 2 will be decremented once, so B will become equal to 1. Because the B is not equal to 0, the program will be taken back to the label marked as back. Again accumulator will be added with 0A, that is 10. So 10 plus 10 will become 20. Register B will be decremented, which was 1 will now become equal to 0. So the program will no longer jump over here, but the program will come over here. The accumulator which was holding 14, to which number C is nothing but the lower bit. So 14 plus 3, that is equal to 17. So the conversion is over. Now is the time to move the result. So INXH will increment the memory pointer to the subsequent or adjacent memory location to which the result will be stored. So this is the assembly language program. I have simulated this using the simulator. So let us run the program. So here is the number 23. Let us run the program. Program got assembled. Let us run it step by step in forward direction. Okay. So you know which all positions you should look like, right? So the program counter, memory counter became equal to 0050 when the first instruction got executed. When we executed the second instruction, the memory got written with number 23. So memory got written with number 23, which is over here. Next instruction is which is located at program counter 0005. So the instruction over there is move a comma m. So the result is seen over here. Accumulator got loaded with 23. Next instruction written at memory location 0006, CPI 0A. So comparison will be done. No contents are destroyed. So here the status of carry flag is important because the carry flag is not set. The program will not jump to the label marked as out. It will go to the next instruction. Okay. Next instruction is located at 000B. So the program counter will become equal to 000B. The instruction cited over there is ANI 0F. Okay. Now let us have a look at what will happen when the instruction is executed. Right. So when ANI 0F will be executed, the upper nibble will become equal to 00. Lower nibble will retain its content. Great. So as expected, the contents of accumulator have become equal to 03, and the contents of next instruction is move C comma A. So the contents of accumulator are transferred to memory location, not memory location, to register C. Next instruction which will be executed is at memory location 000E, move A comma M. So the contents of memory will be brought back to the accumulator. So the accumulator again become equal to 23. Now we need to separate the two, the upper nibble. So therefore it is ANDed with F0. So therefore the contents of accumulator became 2, 0. Okay. Now we want to have that 2 in the position of lower nibble. So therefore we have executed the RRC instruction 4 times. Now have a look at the positions of the 1. The one which is cited over here after execution of the first RRC instruction has moved over here. When the second RRC instruction is executed, it is moved to the position D3. When the next RRC instruction is executed, it is moved to the position D2. And when the RRC instruction is executed last time, it has moved to the position D1. So subsequently, we have managed to rotate the upper nibble and lower nibble. Okay. Next instruction is XRA A. When the instruction got executed, the contents of accumulator become equal to 00. Next instruction is ADI A. So the accumulator became equal to 10, that is A. Next instruction is decrement B. So B, which was having value 2, has become equal to 1. Has it become 0? No. So the program will go back to the label marked as back. So program goes to the label marked as back at memory location 0017. Again, A will be added with 10. So when A is added with 10, the contents are 20, which is equal to 14. Decrement B. B, which was having value equal to 1, will be decremented. So when it is decremented, B became equal to 0, as you can see over here. B became equal to 0. The moment B became equal to 0, the 0 flag is set and the program will not go back to the label marked as back. Right. So add C. The contents of register C were equal to 03. The contents of accumulator were 14. So 14 will be added with 3. Right. And this is equal to 17, which is nothing but the hexadecimal equivalent of number 23. INXH. So the memory pointer will be incremented. Memory pointer became equal to 51. Next instruction is move m comma a. So the contents of accumulator were transferred to memory location 51, that is the adjacent memory location. Okay. Now let us see what happens if the number was less than 10. So here at this position, I'll change this to, say, instead of 23, I'll simply say 3. Let us assemble the program. Has the program assembled correctly? Yes, I can see that. Here it has become equal to 3. Let us run the program. In forward direction. So the first instruction got executed. How do I know that? Here program memory counter has become equal to 50. Memory got loaded with 3. So here is the 3. Okay. The contents of accumulator has brought back to the contents of memory are brought to the accumulator. So the accumulator became equal to 3. CPI with 0A. So the carry flag is set. Now here we are saying at memory location 0008. Here we are saying if the carry flag is found to be 1, jump to position or the label marked as out. So here is that label out. So the program will simply come out of the loop. It will no longer execute the conversion loop. So at memory location 001E is the label marked as out. So 001E. So the program has come over here. So the instruction INXH will be executed. So the instruction INXH got executed. So the memory pointer has incremented by 1 and now it is pointing towards memory location 0051. Memory location 0051. The contents of accumulator have transferred to the memory location 0051. Because the number was less than 10, there was no need of conversion. I hope you have understood this. Okay, thank you very much. Stay home, stay safe. Jai Hind.